study his style at all? Because you guys are both kind of self-promoters, kind of loquacious.
I did study his style. I still have VHS tapes 1 through 12 of Muhammad Ali. He was words can express what he meant to me as a fighter. That's coming up, not even knowing it was even before me even lacing up gloves, not even knowing this would be my path. I'm looking at this man among him because of the things he did, not just only inside the ring, but on the outside of the ring as well too. So man, he's one of my idols for sure. There's not too many people I look up to, grandmothers, stuff like that, but as far as sport-wise, he was the man I looked up to.
How upsetting was it when you got the official news last night?
Man, it was heartbreaking. It was very sad for me. It really felt that I lost a grandfather. But that's how much I looked up to Muhammad Ali. And being the fact that I won his belt on his birthday, even more made me like, man, it's almost like I said before, it's almost feel like he was passing the torch down to me, because I like to value the characteristics about him, so that he have people's person. He liked to please the fans. He liked to talk to all walks of life. He was able to interact with people just like that, like the charm. And I got the same things about myself as well too. But no matter what we may do in boxing, I don't think there'll ever be anybody that could compare to the thing he did. And I'm just not saying just inside the ring, but it also plays on the outside of the ring as well too.
Did you ever have the chance to meet him?
I did.
Can you tell us about that?
I got the chance to meet Muhammad Ali back in October at the World's Trials when I made the Olympics team. I got to shake his hand and things like that. And he couldn't speak, where to the point where you kind of understood him, but you could kind of interact with him and kind of understand what was coming from. And just by being a man, old in the wheelchair now, you can kind of tell how when he was younger, how people loved being around him, how he entertained the crowd. It was great.
You've mentioned the stuff he did outside of the ring now a couple of times. Does that matter to you? How he was involved in civil rights, how he was socially conscious? Did that matter to you?
I mean, at that point in time, back then that was rough times, man. People did what they felt that they could make their race as a whole strong and survive. So it did. They paved the way for me. My ancestors paved the way for me. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, all those guys paved the way for me. So, would it bother me? Definitely not. Because certain people sacrifice certain things. I can't say how it would have been, how I would have handled what they went through, going their days. And we still endure a lot of stuff still to this day, but it's different though, So I don't have no problem with it. They did a great job. And, as far as myself, I can't do nothing but make myself great and teach the others that's looking up to me to be great themselves, because they need to know their history.
You've talked a lot in the past about the responsibilities that come along with being the heavyweight champion of the world. How much of that was defined by Muhammad Ali?
Majority, all of it. Like I said, this is the only fighter that I have 1 through 12, and will watch over and over. As people, as all walks of life, you never get tired of seeing a Muhammad Ali fight tape. No matter where he was fighting or clowning around, where he was on talk shows or whatever, you never get tired of seeing this man over and over again. And he was a big influence on my life, especially with boxing and stuff like that. And he'll forever live on, definitely through me. As far as boxing concerned, everyone knows I've done this. I got involved because of my daughter was born with spinal bifida, Deontay Wilder. But it's almost now Muhammad Ali passed is giving me even more will, more courage, more motivation to do what I said I would do, to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And that's what I would do, because he passed that torch to me.
It's pretty early in the process, but have you thought about any way to honor him in your next fight?
Not yet, not yet. Only thing I think that I could do, and I had this question asked to me today, because I had several interviews today, but the only thing I can think of now, I don't want to honor him just for one day, one time. I want to continue to honor him over and over again, and the only way I can do that is to keep fighting. I'm one of the most active heavyweight champions, period. You know, and I want to make history with that. So each and every fight, I'm constantly fighting. Each and every fight, I'm gonna dedicate. You know, this is for Muhammad Ali, not only for everybody else that support me or doing it for my state of Alabama or for the United States of the world. Muhammad Ali as well too, because that was my ultimate idol.
More than 14 years separated the first time he won the belt to the last time that he won the belt. How impressive is that for that type of endurance in this sport that is an incredible, takes its toll on a body and stuff?
Almost definitely. You know, people don't understand how much of a beating that the body takes, and that's even before you even get ready to fight. Camping is the worst part, I feel. It's the worst part, and when you get in there when it's time to fight, that's the easy part. And you know, that's why they make this sport amazing as it is. And for a man to like Muhammad Ali, he took a lot of beating in his life, but sometimes that was his strategy to wear people down. I don't agree with that part, you know. Not at all. I'll never sit in there in the trenches or allow someone to abuse my body if I could help it. But sometimes that's God's strategy. And I can say, job well done. I can't too many do that, not me. But hey man, he'll forever live on, that's for sure.
What do you think his legacy is going to be that lives on forever?
I think his legacy is going to be not only just a legend, but becoming a legend involved in, like I said before, what he did inside of the ring. You know, this is a guy that they took away because he didn't serve in the military. They banned him for 3 years, and when he came back, he won the title. He was only heavyweight. Well, he was the first heavyweight to win three heavyweight titles. You know, after coming back, you know, and still going through the Olympics back in the 1960, the Olympics, and then come out and change his name so many times because he was Cassius X, then became Ali, you know, and it's for that and fighting all the guys that he fought and made history. Everybody know the Sonny Liston one, and to predict some of the things that he did in the ring. And sometimes come through, sometimes not, but it was still entertaining. Then on the outside, how he was able to captivate the world just by his voice. He was one man, but with a big voice that captivated the world. You know, all walks of life loved Ali. Everyone knew about Ali. And for that to happen, you got to do great work on the outside for people just to come in and cling to you like that. So that's why I don't think no matter what, I don't think it's going to be no one else like him.
As a boxer, what was the most impressive part of his game in the ring to you?
The way he was able to taunt his fighters, you know, stick his tongue out, you know, the bob and weave, the scissor kick, you know, all those things was exciting. That's what people love to see out of fighters, you know, to have fun with their strongest opponent. You know, he did this with majority of every opponent there was, even though, you know, he got his jaw broken, clowning around. You know, he still came, he still did it, he still, you know, and that was entertaining. So that'll always be something that be rememberable for me, just the way, it's just his personality as a whole, whether it was inside the ring or the outside.
Any plans to travel to Louisville, Kentucky for the funeral service or memorial?
That was a question been asked before as well too, and I may be going to camp soon, so that's gonna eliminate me for doing that, but. I'm not too fun on crowds, you know, so like I said, I would just let his family, you know, cope with what they're going through and let them get the final resting, you know, because there's going to be so many people going to be around, you know, and when it's a big icon in the world like that, I think families should just be at peace with them by themselves and because the world enjoyed them for so many years, you know, and they should get the final.
You said you studied him. He was able to get into his opponent's head through the talking, through the antics in the ring. You're kind of a different kind of style when you talk. Do you any plans? Do you ever consciously think about getting in someone's head when you're talking?
You know, when a fighter look into your eyes, he know if you coming to fight or not. He know if you the real deal or you're not. And most of these fighters know that, and I've stated it many times that I don't play around. Not in boxing. I don't play. It's a lot of things I play, but boxing you can't play it. anyway, and I think these fighters know when I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, because when I say things, I feel it. Even when I'm talking to you right now about this, I feel it, and they know. They know, so it won't be nothing that I'm going to come back and fast talk like Muhammad or try to get in their heads, because like I said, once they look in my eye, I'm already in their head. When they know I'm not playing, I know when I'm in somebody's head, Everybody got their own touch on it, and I dare not to touch his. I'm gonna let that rest. I can't do that. I can only stick with what I'm used to doing and what Deontay know how to do, and that's be who I am now.
I think it was when you were going to fight Stavern for the belt. You had a little poem. Was that influenced by Ali?
Well, of course, man. Of course, anything that bursts out like that, I always be from him. I don't think about it. It's just something that just happens. I didn't think about Ali and then start doing poems and stuff like that. I don't do that. It's just naturally in me. It's something that I naturally do, And even when I fought Stavern, the way I was sticking my tongue and hitting that slap jab, I seen a picture after that fight. Somebody put a me/Ali because I was jabbing him. You could almost compare me to an Ali or Larry Holmes, the way I was doing it, but I understand where they get that picture from because I'm sticking my tongue like Ali, taunting him, telling him come on after he hit me and still come like he did George Foreman or Liston or Frazier to be exact, So I'm just natural, and I just want to stay natural. If it comes out as me trying to be like another person, then especially Muhammad, then okay, that means I'm doing a good job then because he was well loved and entertained by, and people loved him. So,
What's the future for you? What do we got going on for you?
Well, the future for me is we're looking to have a fight real soon. So people stay tuned to that. Could be here at home. I've done a lot of traveling, and as we know, we had a coward in the game that's been spotted out, and he cost me a lot of time and training, sacrificing, and I think the next fight I'm trying to have at home. I don't want to travel this time. I just want to be at home with my loved ones, and in the state of Alabama. So look forward to that. We'll see what happens.